Hey guys, it's Terry. Welcome back to my channel. So yesterday was like Christmas morning for many World of Warcraft players. Not more than when Mists of Pandaria came out, but it was the next best thing. Patch 5.1, the first big patch, came out, and a lot of new things became available for us. November 27th, Patch 5.1 was released, and we were given all these new things to do. Many of us are finished getting exalted with most of the factions, at least the ones that we want to, that came out with Mists of Pandaria, but now there's one per faction to work on. Also, the Rathian legendary quest chain to continue. The quest you're doing for your faction in Tirinei Wilds, which is basically the battle between Horde and Alliance for Pandaria and the rights to it. It's like Pocahontas all over again, kind of. But a lot of the mobs that you kill in the Tirinei Wilds will help you get the faction that you need in order to continue on the legendary quest chain. There'll be some PvP involved and all sorts of killing and questing for Rathian. So I will link some information about that below. As usual, I will also have the hotfixes from November 27th that they put in with the patch. I've talked about so many of these things already. I've pretty much covered everything. I looked over the patch notes to make sure there wasn't anything new that I didn't know about. There's pretty much something about everything that is worth a damn in one of my videos in the past. So if you want to learn more about patch 5.1, there's so much in my previous videos, but I will say this, they have added in the Brawlers Guild, which does require that you get an invitation. Supposedly they put 10 on the black market a day, and when you get to a certain point with them, you can invite your friends to the Brawlers Guild as well, but it's invitation only. That's the underground faction where you can go and have one-on-one battles with enemies in the game and practice your stuff while having something to fight back. So it's one-on-one solo events. I thought that was pretty cool. I always thought it would be neat to have solo instances. I hadn't really thought about it until recently. A friend of mine brought it up and I was like, that would be pretty cool, but that's what they're doing with the Brawlers Guild. I've heard some say that scenarios would have been better off if they were solo instead of 3 people required, but I think that the Brawlers Guild will be pretty fun. There are rules in the Brawlers Guild. First rule of the Brawlers Guild: you do not speak of the Brawlers Guild. Second rule of the Brawlers Guild: you do not speak of the Brawlers Guild, etc., 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 etc. And the 8th and final rule of the Brawlers Guild: if this is your first night at the Brawlers Guild, you have to fight. They've added in 5 new scenarios for you to check out. I've been linking them over time, the videos and information about them. There's also the ability to upgrade your gear using either Justice or Valor. That was in one of my previous videos as well. New pets with Dark Moon Fair and other various things. They have the pet map stuff up. Also the lose control UI that Blizzard put in. So Blizzard will now tell you that you are CC'd, you are silenced, you are sleeping, whatever you are. I've seen some complaints saying, really, did you really need to put this in there? Because the add-ons were doing fine. But people that start playing the game that don't know what add-ons are, people that are just messing around and learning and whatever, it'll be good for them to kind of learn how to recognize the silences and the sleeps and the different things that can happen to your character that aren't as obvious as you being a sheep. You can turn it off too. So apparently that's been a little buggy, but you can turn it off. So if you don't like it, just turn it off and use whatever add-on, or don't use an add-on at all and just be eyes wide open, aware, and use your own brain, whatever you want to do. But they gave you options. You don't have to use the lose control UI feature. You can now buy portal shards after you do the quest for the guy in Half Hill. Those are shards that you can plant in your garden and they spawn into a random portal. one-time use only. You click on it and then it goes away. They added in the commendations too. I have to log on my main and go buy all of them. Except for the anglers. Nope, I can buy the anglers too. Oh my gosh, I'm a huge freaking nerd. I have to get on my main and go and buy all of those because I'm exalted with every faction in Mist of Pandaria. Buy the commendations, and then all of the tunes on the rest of your entire account will get double the faction with the factions you have commendations for. Are so many class changes as well, so please check the patch notes. I'm going to put the patch notes and the Wowheads guide, which kind of breaks the patch notes down differently, gives you a little more detail here and there about like what they've been releasing, about what's coming in the expansion. They've kind of added that in. It's sort of in patch note form, but then they elaborate a little bit more on each thing. So it's kind of a cool laid out, way of explaining it. So the patch notes for 5.1 and the Wowheads guide to 5.1 will be linked below. Check out your class changes. Check out all the stuff with the Brawlers Guild. Check the black market for Brawlers Guild invitations. They are called blood-soaked invitations. All the fun stuff. I haven't even gotten in there and played yet. Got up this morning, went to work, came home, and here I am. I might play for a little while, but we'll see. One thing I thought was rather interesting that I did not know was coming with patch 5.1 is that they have made it so that you do not need to be in a raid group to go into the older raids. So for those of you that are farming mounts and Kara or other various raids, you don't need to be in a group and make a raid group to do that now. Some of the bosses that require multiple players because of the mechanics are being nerfed down to where you don't necessarily need more than one person. If you're OP for the raid, you should be OP for that boss. The High Warlord in Black Temple, Vicitus in AQ, and Razor Gore in Blackwing Lair are bosses in the list of ones that you no longer need to have multiple players there in order to defeat the mechanics. Just an FYI, they will be testing some functionality of the Battle.net servers, so you will probably notice some changes in the UIs. Don't be alarmed. They're doing some testing. It should not affect your gameplay. You might notice these differences in World of Warcraft, StarCraft, or Diablo 3. They've changed around a lot of the times when it comes to the fishing extravaganzas, as well as some of the reset times for dailies and such. I will post the link with the information about that in the description. They've added in some new achievements, new abilities, new bunches of things, and the newest patch notes for the PTR, and I will link those in the description below as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I need to scuttle off and do some playing of this new patch so I can really experience it and really learn more about it. So I'm gonna go play, have some fun, get done with this work week because I'm so done. And I will be back again on Saturday, and I hope to see you there. Hopefully we'll be raiding on Friday, and if we are, I will for sure be streaming. So I look forward to seeing you then. My cat is scratching at the door. I don't know if you could hear him meowing or not. It's really sad. So please, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Leave me a comment and let me know why you liked or disliked this video. Also, you can add my Twitter, my Facebook, my twitch.tv stream. Definitely share my videos that you like too. Share them on Facebook, really helps me out. Share them on Twitter, whatever you want to do. So I appreciate all your support and I love you all so very much. I will see you Saturday. Have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.